we're going to learn 태극 팔짱! Lower part of the body for 태극 팔짱. Referees, competitor, coach, let's have some fun today again. Alright, okay, thank you for joining my video, my lower part of the body for 태극 팔짱. So we're going to do a 준비 서기, which is the 나란히 서기 at very first in order to do the regular 준비, correct? So after the regular 준비, the very first one, we have a double movement of the stance. This is 뒷굽이 to 앞굽이, the back stand to front stand. So this is the form that is going to come towards the front, okay? So this form is the one that it comes to the front, which is 태극 팔짱. And also 금강, right? 금강 comes to the front as well, right? And which one else? 한수, after 겹손 준비, they come to the front for 한수 as well. Okay, so there's a 품새 that comes to the front. Let's start with 태극 팔짱. So at very first 태극 팔짱, you're gonna pivot and repivot for 태극 팔짱, as you know. So we have a back stand. And then we're gonna go a half foot forward, kick the heels out, and then make a front stand 앞굽이. Yes. Okay. But when you're performing this, you cannot stop and stop. You have to put it together. Basically, you gotta go 1 and 2, right? It's 1 and 2. You gotta get into it right away with the double blocking and a punch, right? Okay, so after do the 1 and 2, first kick is double front kick to the solar plexus and high kick. Okay, so first kick, solar plexus and high kick. You gotta do the double kick with one single jump. Okay, one single jump, double kick, solar plexus and high kick. High kick means face and up. Okay, so what if you miss the front kick? First kick, solar plexus. What if you kick low on the knee level or the thigh level? What is it? Minor deduction, right? They missed the target. It's pretty low. It's minor deduction. They have to come up on the first kick. And the second kick has to be higher than a height. Okay, or face. Higher than a face and up, right? So you have to kick above your face or higher for more presentation score, right? But many of the students, they don't even focus on the first kick. So after they do the motion of the first move, when they're doing the double front kick, they normally kick low and they work on the second kick high, which is, we gotta give a minor deduction for that low kick. Let's not miss that. Okay, so after the high kick with the nice set following up, right? Nice set following up, they're gonna set down front stance. Okay, and then double punch. And then front stand to front stand, right? 1 foot apart, front stand to front stand. So they could have the one fist in between the front stand, the width, right? Okay, from front stand to front stand, and after that we're going to shift our body weight to the front line, and then turn it over, and then make an alternate front stand. What is alternate front stands? Alternate front stand, heels are same line, toes are facing the same angle, same direction. Okay, so let me show you right here. This is the regular front stand. We're going to turn and do the mountain low block. But when we do the mountain low block, this is the position that I'm talking about. You have to have a same heel in one line, and then toes face same angle. If I show you from the front line, so you could have a better view. So the heel, when they do this position, the mountain low block, the heel has to be the same line. And then the toe, you see the toe? Toes are facing the same direction. You cannot have the back toe facing wrong direction and just bend the front only. Then that's a minor deduction right there, facing a wrong direction. Face the correct direction, which is, this is important Just like horse riding stand. Horse riding stand, toes face 11, same direction. It's the same thing. Alternate front stand. The toe needs to face the same direction without minor deduction. If they're not, if any toe is facing wrong direction, only the back toe is facing 45, and then the other one doesn't, then it's a minor deduction. If this one is correct, if the other one is wrong, it's a minor deduction. Both the toe has to face the same direction. Okay? This is a mountain block. 외산틀 맞기. Okay? Then, where do you else have that? That also comes out in 한수. It's the same thing. It's the same stand, and then they normally change into the front stand. So when you go all the way back 8-degree blackboard 한수, that's the same stand that you have to demonstrate. If you're an athlete, if you're a referee, you have to know that has to be in same line, and then change into a front stand, and then alternate front stand, and then front stand, alternate front stand, and then regular front stand. You have to pick up those, okay? So, if we did the mountain low block here, next one is the changing the regular front stand, right? But when we do the regular front stand, from alternate front stand, you need to replace your back foot to the side, so you could pivot the front to back, and then back becomes the front. Okay, and then you do the uppercut motion. Remember that. Okay, now we're gonna change into another alternate front stand. Did you see that? I try to go slow as possible so you guys can see good. If you're in the 45 degree on the back foot, you're gonna bend and then place, and then heels. That heel's gonna touch down and then place. And same alternate front stand with the heel in the same line again. And then you change into the regular front stand again. Okay, what are the common mistakes here? Let's go over. Common mistake over here is pivot. They pivot, step down. That's a minor deduction. Okay. What else? They pivot like they have a 꼬아서기 here. Do we have a 꼬아서기 here? No, we do not have a 꼬아서기 here. So you do not pivot it like a 꼬아서기. That's a minor deduction. It's a wrong technique. If they demonstrate like true 꼬아서기, that's got to be a major deduction because they made they put something in there, right? Which is don't. We cross. Okay, we just cross and then we set it down. We do not have a 꼬아서기 and then repivoting again. So that's wrong. Okay, let's get that one straight. And then when you're done here with that part, what's the common mistake again here? Since they have to turn big circle, they move their heels and then they move again. Double pivoting, right? We do have a lot of double pivoting here. When you look at those athletes, they have to perform at once, but it's hard. It's hard to shifting body weight into the right amount. That's why they do double pivoting and pivoting it again. That becomes double pivoting. Okay, this is the double knifing. And then here, changing into a front stand again. That's the one that I talked about earlier in the very beginning, the back stand to front stand. So here's another back stand to front stand. So what if they miss the back stand to front stand after they come back here? They forget to step forward. They just pivot. That's a mistake. They're supposed to make a step, right? But then now they have a short front stand because they didn't move. Another minor deduction. Okay? So if they move to the side while they're punching, losing balance, another minor deduction, right? they're supposed to go slightly just half forward. Half forward from there, half forward is good. It's good. Front stand is good. Just a half forward. Just make sure pivot the back foot. Okay? So after you're complete on this motion again, back stand to front stand, then you're gonna perform the front kick with the 45-degree, and then stepping back with what? Walking stand. Stepping back with what? Walking stand. And then getting into tiger stand. Okay. So there's 3 stands right there at Taeguek. This is the main area where students skip one of the stands. Okay. So skip one of the stands, right? Kick 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wider on the tiger stand. Skip one of the stands. That's a major deduction, right? Okay, how do they supposed to perform? Okay, after the kick, walking stand, tiger stand. That's good. Walk, walk, tiger. Not walk, tiger. Walk, walk, tiger, okay? So after the kick, you go 1, 2, 3. You have to have that. You have to have that. You have to have that. Okay? You don't have it, you skip something there, right? Okay, you gotta have the walk, walk, tiger in order to have a good stance, complete the stance without any deduction. Okay, so after the tiger stand, now we have to go to the left by pivoting at the same time, right? This is where it comes at the same time again. So not put it down, pivot. Not put it down, pivot. Don't recommend. Then you're not going to get a higher presentation score because you set it down and pivot. Okay, you're going onto the safe side, that's fine. But you want to go a higher side, then you have to shift your body weight and then change at the same time as you do a double knife and middle blocking. Okay, you gotta practice this. You gotta practice the same timing. Okay, then you perform and then you front kick, right? Perform and then front kick. Then, common mistake here, pushing. Because after punch, they go pushing. That's a push. Common mistake right here. Push and then palm blocking. No pushing. Your stand is complete. Then you have to use your strength from that position to pushing it back by bending your back knee. Okay? And that's it. You cannot use momentum to push yourself back. Okay? That's not good. You're not going to get it. And then they will deduct you by losing balance when you push. Lose balance. Okay? So, after the tiger stand, same thing. You got to shift your body weight into the correct amount so you could turn it at once. Turn at once instead of 2 turns, right? If you did it here, you put it down, and then you turn, we give minor deduction. We have to give that minor deduction. Now, you're talking about the world class. You want to get to the world level, national champion. You cannot do that. Then you don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. You're complete here and then you drop and then complete here. Oh my gosh. Let's upgrade your technique, right? In order to upgrade technique, you got to shift your body weight to the front and then look over and then turn. Simple as that. Okay? Simple as that. You train correct way, you will perform correct. You train wrong, you will perform wrong. Okay? So stick with my video, guys. Okay, shifting your body weights and then performing. And then kick. Then you finish your stance, right? Then you push by bending the back knee, push, and then complete your stance. Okay? So don't lose balance and push and come here. When you're doing these tiger stands on this area, important is make sure your tiger stand is a tiger stand, not long. That's a 1 foot apart. Okay, that's 1 foot apart, not long. You're gonna keep getting deduction if you do long tiger. You're gonna keep getting a deduction for long tiger. Okay, it's long. Okay, let's not have a long one. Make sure you set it down in a correct amount. Okay, update and improve your tiger stance. Okay, after tiger stance, now we're gonna go towards the back, double fist back. We have 10, 15 degree right here. So we have 10, 15 degree right here. So you're gonna pivot the heels out, left heel out. You see this out, left heel out. You have the 10, 15 degree out. So it should be moving. Okay? If that one doesn't move, you didn't use any of the pivoting, and now if you didn't move, that's facing a wrong direction now. You're going to get a minor deduction. And referee, you have to give that minor deduction if they didn't repivot. That means when they were here, maybe they were straight. Maybe they were too straight. And then maybe they didn't need to pivot because they did too straight. Now then you're supposed to catch that, right? They're supposed to be turned, right? They're supposed to be turned. And now when they set it down, they have to complete with 15 degree out heel. Okay, give me thumbs up if you agree. This is a good tip, right? Okay, so when you're done here, you have a 2 kick now. It's totally different from the front line. This is a holding. After first kick, you got to hold. Then we switch kick. Then we're getting into the middle block double punch. So in the beginning we double kick. At the end we do high kick, high kick. That's it. Okay? At the end, high kick, high kick. And then you getting into the next move. Right? So you have to perform the high kick to the face or higher. Okay? So when you're done with the second kick, coming down into front stand again. Right? Front stand. So here, once again, 270 degree turning. Now you gotta turn into back stand with the single knife and block. Back stand. Okay? So if you're coming into the back stand, what are the common mistakes here? Because it's a 270 degree big turn, they pivot and then turn. Double pivoting. Right? Or while they're turning, stop and then complete after. Double pivoting. Right? Losing balance. Lose balance. Minor deduction. Because they didn't shift their body weight into the correct area. Okay? These are all minor deduction when you see them. Press that minor deduction trigger. Okay? So after the back stand, here comes another front stand. The elbow knuckle punch, right? So if you're doing the elbow knuckle punch, now in the very beginning we had that. In the middle with the double knife and punch, we had it. Now at the end, we have it again. Right? We have it again. You have to go half foot forward, heels out. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Then right here, don't just turn it. Then you're gonna end up losing balance again. This is lost balance because you just turned. Okay? When you're done here, you have to shift your body weight 20% more to the front side. Because that front leg becomes the back leg for dik ubi, back stand. Back stand. How many percent back stand? 70% on the back foot. So from 50-50, you put 20 extra more, it becomes 70. Then you turn, it becomes 70-30. Okay, do the math. Okay, you do the math, and then you get it. Okay, where can you find it? When you go to WT, World Taekwondo website, there's a stance and then tells you each stance, strikes, block, how many degree, which way, how many foot apart. Everything is out there. Just have to read it. Okay? Or compete. Or stick with my video. You get it. Simple as that. Okay? So after the 태극 8장 right here at the end. Now, how do you end it? How do you end? You're going to shift your body weight again. Why? Because you're in 50-50. If you keep your body weight here, then you have to end up paddle this way. But we have a long stance here. When we go back to 나란히 서기, it's only 1 foot apart. So I have to make that 1 foot apart. So this left leg needs to come all the way over there in order for me to have a nice sturdy 준비 without losing balance, right? Agree? Okay. So you have to shift your body every time. Every time you gotta think about shifting my body when we do the lower part of the body. Which way you're gonna shift? How much you're gonna shift? Okay? Always think and then practice. Don't follow and practice. Memorize and practice. That's gonna help you more. And then help you better, and then you're gonna achieve quicker and easier. When you know it, you got it. You got it, right? Okay, how do you like my uniform? With sparring uniform, right? Sparring uniform. Okay? I mean, who does a 품새 with sparring uniform? Many people. When we're training, sparring uniform is light, comfortable. I used to be a fighter, so I know how I know how much I'm going to enjoy sparring uniform because it's so lightweight, right? Comfortable, guys. Okay, sparring competitor, you guys have a good uniform. Okay, 품새, we have the tradition looking, the 품새 uniform. I love it, love the design. I hope to improve a little bit more on the 품새 uniform. Okay, the sound wise, the comfortable wise, and then the fit, I wish they could study a little bit more and then get the best one out there once again. Okay, but thank you everyone for joining our 태극 8장 lower part of the body. Thank you. 치는 경례.